Hey guys, Ethel, Joe, or Natasha here. I'm excited about this book. Drawn to him is some amazing authors, some I've never read before, some I've always wanted to read, and then some that I read all the time that I love, and they wrote this book. And it's a great combination of all these authors, and each story is kind of sexy, suspenseful, not too taboo, but the older man, younger girl, bad cop, Dr. McDreaming, and it goes on and on. So when I first started this, I started out with Willow Winters, and she's completely new in Infatuation, and it's Alec and Leah and Leela, and Alec is this kind of remote Alaskan, and Leela is going to do an interview on him. Kind of sparks fly, they heat up, and their story is just molten with hot, steamy. I just like it. I guess it's cold in Alaska, but then this whole story is just really fun. And I like Alec's kind of persuasion to keep her on the island. And then another one I've never read is M. Never, and it's called A Billionaire's Beginning. And this one really kind of got to my heartstrings because it's a very beautiful story. It deals with, veterans, disabled vets. And Simone happens to be one of this, but it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet. Simone and Ty are, their families are kind of at odds with each other. And Simone knows that, and Ty knows that, but they kind of overcome this. But then Simone also is a vet, and Ty would do anything and everything just to get her attention, but he helps break down her walls. And it's kind of one of those, again, it tugged at my heartstrings, and it was one of my favorites, and I wish there was more to this whole story because I could see this book be a really good book. And then we have Fifth Avenue Blues by Jane West. Never read her, gonna read her again. I actually went and bought a couple of her books. Actually, I bought books from all these new authors just because I liked them and I liked their writing style, and they really kind of brought into me. Emily and Kyle. Kyle is this hot, actor, kind of getting it, and Emily is a librarian. Now back up, when they were in high school, Emily helped Kyle with his kind of dyslexia, help him overcome it, help him memorize his school things, and help him with schoolwork. And so he's back in town, and he finds Emily, and she's still the person that he has this drawn connection to, and they hit it off again, steamy, and Emily finds out that yes, he may be the famous boy, but he really has been infatuated with her the whole time. And I kind of like that, go back home and get your second chance again. Date Night by Isabella Sterling. This one is very, very suspenseful. It had me on my toes, and a lot of it I was like, holy crap, what did I just read? Great book. It's one that I reread twice just because it was kind of like, holy crap, this is hot. Then some of my favorites. L.J. Shen in Dr. Dreamy, but it's Dr. Matthews in Savannah. And Dr. Dreamy can be a real dickhead, but he's going through divorce, and now he has a new receptionist. Savannah, what does she do? She kicks back, reads a billionaire romance book, and falls asleep and starts to snore. Literally snore at work, and he catches her. And they kind of have this bumpy start, but then it kind of gets better and better, and these two really do a great job of, she makes him see of his flaws, like help him out, and she kind of just lets him kind of see that she is a beautiful person and she deserves this attraction to this man. And these two he really understands her and promotes her dreams. She wants to be a writer, and he's like, you gotta go do it. And that's kind of why I like this book, is that Dr. Dreamy does kind of understand, shoot for your dreams. And this book also could be a longer book because it was so well written that I was like, man, I really want more of Riss and Savannah's story, because I think there's more to the ex-wife and the little guy. So again, one of the tops. Then we have K.L. Kreig. Love this lady, and I like this story because it's Sane and Bennett. Sane years ago meets this guy at her cousin's wedding, and they have one amazing night in the sack, and it was one that she'll never forget, and vice versa. Now she is a singer, and she's at the bar she's working at, and she's getting it going, And the new owner is just a hard ass. He's always trying to change up her set, do all these things. And it's all because it's Bennett, the one night stand she had years ago. And he's doing anything and everything to get under her skin and see her again. And these two kind of hit back their chemistry, and they fill in the void, and they fill in the cracks of what was happening. And it's one of those like second chances that you wish you had over and over again. And again, it's one night, and it could be more than one night, because these two really have this strong connection. And I like Singh, and I like Bennett, and I like Bennett's kind of just rough, gruff attitude, and he's gonna get Sane's attention, and Sane's like, you're driving me batshit crazy. But it's kind of great how these two kind of work it out with their friendship and everything else. And then we have Maleficence by K. Webster, and I probably said that wrong, so I apologize. The Judge and Dorian. This is the older dude and the younger chick, but these two are meant to be together. They have all of this, like, they know each other's, like, their soul and what they're thinking, and I really like this. Judge is to protect Dorian. The judge happened to be at a place, and he saw something that just wasn't right, and he remembered her from a case that he did years ago, and he felt guilt because he couldn't help her, and now he can. And as he helps her, he finds out these two have a lot more in common, and they get this connection, and they fall in love, and it kind of goes into this story. And a lot of these stories could be longer stories, but I like this one because you get all the goods like right then and there, and you just kind of fall in love with the judge. And he has a soft spot, and it's just because I kind of have a thing for older men, and if you know me, you understand. But this book is probably one of my top reads, and like I said, I reread this Drawn to Him series 6 times just because I liked all of the stories and they made it. Now we have The Bad Cop. But now I'm going to say this name wrong. B.A. Zaverelli. Apologize to the author because I butchered your name. This was interesting. Justice Grayson in Ginger. Justice is his name. He is a justice of the peace. He's the sheriff of town. And Ginger's back. And Ginger's kind of like the girl that was the bad girl that did so wrong in the town's eyes. Now she's back. And everyone's like trying to get into her stuff, and she's just trying to make up for her past. And it's a great book, and I love Justice. I love his sheriffness, if that's even a word, just because he just has an aura about him that makes him strong and sexy. All of these men in these books have something about them that is perfect for the name Drawn to Him, because I'm drawn to every single one because they all have this aura of power. They also have an aura of sweetness, and they're all about being beautiful to the one that they've chosen. And I like it, and I love all these authors, and I found some great new ones. Get it? It's in my links. It's well worth it. It is probably one of the best, conglomerate of authors I've read in a while. So it is 5 stars for all the books. Go get it. Talk to you later.